and have gone all the way from losers round 1 or 2 of their pool, all the way to losers quarters. They might qualify from losers round 1, Moke. And this is one of the most explosive players I have ever seen. Most Falcon players, I find, go one of 2 ways. They either grow patient or they grow incredible. And let me tell you, Gigglez, my man, knows no danger. He knows no fear. But he should probably know a little bit of fear with the way the Skaws are starting this set.
Yeah, a great start for Skaws. I know, I've seen a little bit of Gigglez before. All I will say is if you've not seen Gigglez before, get ready for a Falcon that presses buttons. Gigglez likes to go up to you and press buttons and make you feel scared. Falcon, the character of hype, character that likes to get in your face, do crazy combos, finish with the knee. Oh!
Didn't quite manage to finish it there, though, as Skaws takes 80%, but their stock is still here, but another bit of percent.
Oh,
and the run,
God.
the slide-off knee. And this is the thing with Gigglez and Falcon against Toon. Yes, Toon has got that advantage in neutral, all those projectiles with disjoints as well. But the thing is, once Falcon gets in, it's so difficult to get the captain off of you.
Yeah, that's going to be the big test in this sort of set, is can Skaws put up a strong enough wall to stop Gigglez from getting in and doing his thing? I don't know. I think Skaws actually can slow the pace down. I think he'll feel like if he gets too overwhelmed, he'll drop back, throw a few boomerangs, throw a few bombs. Meanwhile, Gigglez is going to be pressing one direction, and that's towards you.
Yeah, it feels like in previous sets that we've seen Skaws in, it's been the neutral and the advantage state that's been really crucial, particularly that advantage state.
Yeah.
Skaws' advantage state is something unlike any other Toon Link I've ever seen, but I feel like in this matchup, it's going to be Skaws' disadvantage that really gets put into play, because you can either take 20 or you can lose a stock, and it's going to be down to Skaws to make those critical decisions just to really make sure that Gigglez is not getting too much bang for their buck.
Oh!
Wow!
I think we saw... Oh, wait.
Just tell him again. Say, you're dead when I say you're dead. You perish when I let you perish. And a fragile lead, but a lead nonetheless.
I really like already we've seen quite a few of the up Bs from Gigglez. I think especially a player like Gigglez, who's very in your face, pressing buttons, hitting you with aerials, it can condition shield a lot. And Gigglez knows when to press the up B to get the grab.
Wow.
That's 2 knee kills.
And the knee at a disadvantage as well is such a scary option if you're not ready for it, because you're normally expecting maybe something like a neutral air or a down air or something like that, and instead you get hit with one of the strongest tools in his kit. And this is the thing though, again, it begins the Gigglez advantage state.
And
the bomb just intercepting!
Oh, see, it's exactly as you say, the disadvantage. Skaws with an air dodge there that actually saved his life, but if he'd air dodged a little bit differently, you never know.
And just going for that down throw, not to stale the back throw just yet. And the boomerang conversion is not quite working. I think we're beginning to see a little bit of nerves coming out from Skaws. There are a couple.
Oh my God.
Wow. And that's the thing. There were a couple of permanent little moments there where Skaws had the read, didn't get the conversion, and Gigglez just ran away with it and up smash, the ludicrous move that it is, just taking the stock 70%.
That was insane. I think
70%.
When you play Falcon or other characters like that, it's all about conditioning. It's all about trying to get your opponent to basically get inside their own head and bait them into doing the thing that you just want them to do. And I think that when you're pressuring someone at ledge, the thing you naturally want to do is roll, get as close to center stage as possible. Gigglez recognizes that and has the up smash ready and waiting. With that rage, even low percent, it will kill. That was crazy.
And this is the thing I saw in the player cam a couple of times that Skaws was not happy with a couple of moments in that set.
Yeah,
it felt like Skaws was cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking, and then Gigglez switched off the gas at the wall.
Yeah.
Or got the can of deodorant out, depending on what we're saying. It went suddenly from like building up to just a blaze, and it feels like Skaws has got to just really, really keep his mental in this one, because Falcon can be a very tilting character.
The crowd loves it. When you get down air need or when you get need, everyone loves it. You don't love it. You're getting schmixed. It's like, it can be tricky, but I think, as you said, the disadvantage will be quite important, I think, for Skaws. We saw like a few moments where like it is what he chooses to do to get out of trouble, basically.
Yes.
When he's feeling pressured. I think the other side of it is just can he set up enough of a wall to keep Gigglez from getting in and even applying that pressure in the first instance. Because Toon Link's got the bomb, got the boomerang, got the arrows, but this is, I've not seen much of Gigglez, but they look great that first game.
I was gonna say he's just hyper aggression right there. There are some Falcons that choose to play very, very patient, very polite Falcons, but you just see these unorthodox, aggressive options that aren't standard, and we've got item conversions as well, and just trying to let it all end in that moment. And Gigglez has not been touched, Mo. Gigglez has not been touched.
Yeah, he's not giggling now. He's got the face of a stone cold killer. I love that he's got this super flashy, aggressive playstyle, and his tag's just that is Gigglez, bro. Yeah.
He is chuckling. He is laughing at the way this is going right now.
All right, but it seems, as with the first game, Skaws like, okay, you get your 120%, I'll probably get mine now. A back and forth advantage state set feels like what we're going to have again, which is always great to watch. Oh, and there we go.
Finally, a conversion from Skaws that gets the stock. This has been a real thing that I have been worried for Skaws about. The fact that every single time there were a couple of moments there,
wow.
And again, just that unorthodox, aggressive option. Skaws not ready to pick an option. That Falcon kick from the side, it just makes you think
I love the wall jump
earlier, and this might be a bit of a shaky pick for Kalos here, because that wall is really helping Gigglez get back.
Yeah. I mean, as an explosive as a start that Gigglez had for those first like 20 seconds, Skaws got the first stock, so it's not just about getting the damage, you've got to finish your food as well.
And this is the thing as well, is that Skaws has got to make sure that he is able to set the pace. And we have seen that in the second stock, just about managing to get out of that situation. Just again,
Gigglez pressing buttons right now.
The Falcon
Gigglez is pressing buttons.
And it's just working, that's the thing.
There's so much pressure.
Yeah, and the jab as well, and just trying to get the down air. Can you get much off it? Sour spot back air is not going to be the option that you want.
Oh, that was so good. That was insane. I've honestly thought that wasn't on. That nair wasn't on. I think Skaws didn't think that nair was on, but Gigglez finds it and gets the kill.
Yeah, and this is where things get scary once again, and Kalos once again biting Skaws from just, you don't get the kill off of that conversion, and you're already at 60%, and Kalos again betraying the person that chose it.
Kalos giveth, and Kalos taketh away, but that forward air is enough. So Skaws, I think, rightly, I think as most of us would be, looking a little bit flustered. With Gigglez, the advantage state is so efficient, even if it is a little bit unorthodox.
Yeah, and that's the thing, but we are seeing
that Falcon
again,
kick. What was the, I love it, but I don't understand.
And Skaws has just brought this all the way back, but one hit was all that he needed, and not quite anticipating the down air there, almost giving Gigglez a taste of his own medicine with those Falcon kicks. And these conversions aren't quite enough just yet, but Skaws in the driver's seat. Just what a good tech, trying to anticipate that jump away.
Doesn't get the forward off the bomb. Gigglez, a little bit too overzealous that time. That is the two-way street of a playstyle like Gigglez. If you're just constantly applying pressure, making decision, like a lot of decisions, like 5 decisions every second. Like, I want to go in, I want to press this, I want to do this, I think he's going to jump here. Eventually, they're not all going to work out, and the risk reward, it could be tricky. Like, he just kind of set himself up, and it was a bit of a sitting duck there to be smashed by Skaws.
And it's wild because I feel like the person that breathed the biggest sigh of relief in the venue was Skaws. That moment, the hand immediate to the face of like, oh my god, I got through that. That's what it feels like. It feels like Gigglez is like a roller coaster, and you can't get off the roller coaster. You just have to pray that you're anticipating the twists and turns that he's taking you on. And thankfully, Skaws managed to find the brake pedal.
The thing that was weird though is I thought Skaws might try and like just ultra camp, slow down the game. And like, certainly he's trying to set up the wall with projectiles, but in a way he's actually kind of playing at the same pace of Gigglez. And I think you realize that if Gigglez is going to throw out one too many Hail Marys, you just need to kind of bide your time and wait for your opening. But we'll see, is Skaws going to be a little bit more laid back, or is he going to keep the fire up? Wait and see.
This is where things can get a little bit spicy. But again, Skaws managing to just slow the pace down just a little bit here, not letting Gigglez get too much started. But a real clutch air dodge down, but Skaws still in the driver's seat. The bomb stopping that jab block from going off as well, but you gotta tech that! You gotta tech that!
You gotta tech it, my man. Oh my gosh.
So dangerous. And again, it feels like maybe Skaws was the one driving the roller coaster the entire time. It was just...
It was all a ploy. It was all a ploy. Oh, the reverse back air. What's happening, man? What's happening? They're just killing each other. They touch each other and then they die.
I feel like Skaws was maybe anticipating one more hit before the killing blow, holding out to try and get away from combo DI, or get away from the combo, and then just dying to that back air, sailing all the way into the left-hand blast zone. Excellent roll read in.
Nah, I'm amazed that Skaws is almost like, maybe not, wait, nah, there's no way. Skaws is fighting Gigglez at his own speed. See, this is it. Gigglez, you press so many buttons, you're super aggro, you're throwing out all these options. Wait, there's no way Skaws is dead.
Oh no, he's got the bomb in hand.
Ah, the bomb.
He's back there, the back throw, we rinse and we repeat. The boomerang just trying to do there, but just shaking off the SD there. Couple of unorthodox SDs, lovely spacing, just catching that Raptor boost in. Gigglez has been going for it a few times. It does have armor unless it gets hit by a disjoint, and then you can just intercept it.
Yeah, Skaws is still trying to fight. I honestly thought we'd see like a more sort of patient, campy Skaws, but Skaws is actually trying to fight on Gigglez' terms, which, I don't know, maybe a character like Falcon, that's a risky thing, but I don't know. The damage is still racking up for Gigglez here.
And these tech chase situations, Skaws has been doing so well each and every time. The sour spot down air actually might be a little bit spicier for Skaws, but still managing to get back on stage. That boomerang at that close range, is that enough?
Oh, reads the air dodge.
Oh my goodness, and just so much spaghetti, and Skaws head in his hands. That's so unfortunate. Just so much scrambling, so much scrapping, but Falcon, the up smash, it was enough.
I'm amazed by that. I just think Skaws like trying to sort of place everything right, trying to get these confirms from like the bombs into the different aerials, waiting for the air dodge, and then they both get next to each other, and there's just a scramble, and it's just like Gigglez is like, screw it, spot dodge up smash, run it, and it works.
And that was with an SD as well.
Yeah.
That was with an SD.
I think he died at 40 or something. Like he like jumped off the ledge and died at 40.
That's the scary part.
That's crazy.
We were saying this earlier on about in Streaks and Bulby, where Bulby got the 9, but again, even with that SD, and it's even more unfortunate when not only have you got to make those adaptations, but you didn't even get the game to go with it.
I want to see, I don't know if everyone wants to see it, but if you're a Skaws fan, because what Skaws would do, right, he would pick up the bomb, and then he would run at Gigglez. Whereas, I don't know, man, I'd pick up the bomb and I'd get the hell out of there. Maybe, I don't know, it's maybe trying to hold stage control, or just thinking that he can kind of fight with the disjoints, and like Falcon doesn't have a disjoint or a projectile. That's where Skaws might be able to think he can have a bit of an advantage even at that close range. But in those scrambles, Gigglez is winning every time, and like the crucial scrambles too, like that up smash to finish it. That was the game. Like that was the game.
It really was, and Gigglez is a game away from making the fairy tale run come true.
Yeah, this would, I know there's been a lot, like if you know anything about UK Smash, you know about the mid-level blender. The idea that there is a collection of about, let's say, 50 players, maybe a few more, who can all beat each other. Even by that, like, even accounting for that, this would be a huge upset.
Yeah, this is
if Gigglez makes top 4, that's crazy.
Yeah, and just an utterly ridiculous run, the way that he got there, all the way from losers round 2.
From losers round 2.
To losers round 2, but again, this is where it's scary, maybe anticipating Skaws to air dodge away, but again, these air dodges in have been an option that Skaws has been getting away with time and time and time again.
All right, Skaws, you see there. Again, I think he's played a little bit more passive so far, which is kind of what I wanted to see, but you see, I think the pressure that Falcon puts on.
There it is.
I thought it was going to be too much. He did he landed the confirm in the end.
It's so tricky because sometimes it's like Gigglez has that perfect punish, and then sometimes he goes for even such an unorthodox option. Oh my goodness, Skaws? Skaws?
Skaws wants to fight. Skaws is not in the mood for camping.
What other Toon Link gets 80%, starting with a short hop down air on stage? What other Toon Link does that? This is Skaws, baby. You've never seen a Toon Link like him, and he is making a case for saying that finale spot is mine. Your fairy tale run, it is done, my friend.
Like this guy is an absolute lab monster. He got the whole spreadsheet for his different up tilt, up air percents, the same chart that was used to kill Jag, and setups like that are why he's considered one of the best Toon Links in the business.
Damned if you do, Tech. damned if you don't. And we can see there, that is probably the longest I have seen Gigglez holding shield for the entire set. The fear right now, Skaws has said, you know what, I have adapted. I don't need to go home and study this. I've got enough data right here, and I'm taking it all the way.
Nah, this feels like a game 5. I don't want to curse it, but Skaws is cooking.
And just again, an
and
aggro
again.
option.
Is it going to be a 3-stock? Are we going to see a 3-stock? Ayo, what? In your fantasy teams, you have to ask, will there be a 3-stock in top 8? The answer is goddamn yes. Goddamn yes. 3-stock.
And the crowd erupts for their boy Skaws
die,
as he takes it to a game 5, 1 game away. Will the fairy tale run reach its conclusion, or will the hero of Smash UK finally charge his way to what many would argue his rightful place in the circuit finale? We're a game away from finding out, Moke.
This top 8's been great. I'm so blessed.
It's been nutty as hell.
The thing that's crazy is that it's all of the sets, or like a few of the recent ones, they're so back and forth, not like within the games. And it's game 5 now, and you have to wonder, it's like, I think game 5 in these losers bracket situations, obviously a big test of the mental. Gigglez has just been bopped, mollywopped, sent back to the Falcon Discord. Yo, any Toon Link tips? But at the same time, I think he's the kind of player with the kind of play style where it's not going to phase him. I think he's going to go out guns blazing for this game 5. We're on Holla Bastion. Let's see how it goes.
And the thing is, we can see it already, just the explosive almost starts that Skaws has been having, which has been weird given that has been an adjective that we've been using to describe Gigglez all the way through this set, and yet it is Skaws right now.
The boomerang confirmed. Okay, he's used to jump, and he's dead.
Doesn't quite make it. What a start.
Oh my gosh.
It's never over until it says game, but my goodness, Skaws is making a convincing case, and the air dodge down. Is that too low? And Gigglez, a shake of the head, an unfortunate SD, and in 40 seconds, we might see the crowd. They do not care for these SDs, Mike. They are saying one more stock. They want their hero.
We're 40 seconds in and we're already getting one more stock chance. That's wild.
Utterly nutty. And Skaws gonna be the villain in Gigglez' arc right now. But there is only one place that Skaws is interested in being in, and that is in the circuit finale.
This is a wrap, folks. I'm calling it here. It's a wrap. Skaws is the final person. Skaws is getting into the UK finale. He shoots, he scores. Wow. You can see what it means. The Skaws fans, they know how much this means to him. Such a well-played effort from Skaws there. I think anyone in his shoes will be like, damn, I was getting bodied for parts of that first game. You know, when you get schmixed by Falcon, you feel like a dum-dum. You just feel like, I'm so stupid. But he kind of had the composure, brought it back. And then, as we said, he wasn't camping. He got the bomb. He ran straight at Gigglez. He wasn't running back to throw. But, man, great stuff to Gigglez. As you say, the fairy tale run comes to its end. And Skaws, I think, from what he's been doing over the last couple of months, rightfully earns his spot in the UK IE finale tomorrow. He takes that last spot. We are into our top 4. Shouts to Gigglez, though, man.
Shout out to
I haven't seen much
Gigglez.
of him before. I think we said that, like, his downfall, so to speak, is that if he's just pressing so many buttons and making so many decisions, there's always going to be room for error in there. It might be why he lost to Bonig in the first round. Like,
yeah,
that's if you're going to be so like unpredictable and kind of unorthodox, you know, sometimes. Yeah, it can backfire.
It really,
but it wasn't quite. It got him to game 5, but yeah, it was a real not like this moment when we saw that SD, the air dodge into the stage. But great stuff to Gigglez. I really enjoyed watching him.